We did it really to start the acting careers, kind of get them going, and so now that that's kind of happened, the offshoot is that Ben's usually in one city and I'm in another, and we're both working full time, so it's really hard to write. You get rewarded not for not doing anything special. A lot of the time, you know, in life, people say, "Oh, man, you were just the nicest person." And it's like, why? Because I didn't just tell you, you know, that you're a jerk, or because I didn't, you know, because I didn't fulfill the stereotype of being a brat. That doesn't mean I'm a nice person. That just means that, you know, you witnessed me not being a brat. The most I noticed, kind of the win-lose thing, was just in the people coming up, going, you know, "I really hope you win," or "I really," you know, and my feeling was like, why do you care? You know, I'm having a great time. Like, I'm going. You know, I mean, we watched this thing on television last year. I'm going to go? Are you kidding me? And then I heard we were going to sit in the front row. It was like, come on, this is just getting more and more ridiculous. And by the time Billy Crystal sang that song to us, it was just like, forget it. I guess to a certain extent, you know, there's nowhere to go but down. You know, it's all. Ed Norton, you know the actor Edward Norton? I did a movie with him, and he got nominated for an Oscar the year before I did, and I walked into the trailer, the makeup trailer, the day I found out that I got nominated, and he just looked at me and he went, "Well, it's all cocaine and hookers for you from here on out." Well, going on the Tonight Show and going on Letterman, and you know, when I went on Charlie Rose, I mean, I couldn't believe it. You know, Charlie Rose was suddenly just sitting there, and you know, I was talking to Charlie Rose. It was just really, really bizarre. I just kept kind of looking up at him, going, "Man, you know, I really like your show." You know, I felt like I was going to get the guy's autograph. There's no such thing as luck with these guys. I mean, they'll just look at you and they know what you have. I mean, I got to play with a world champion, which was really interesting because you can just play face up. Literally, you get your cards, and by what you do, he knows what you have in your hand, and so he just kind of plays you from that moment on. If you fold, it's because he wants you to fold, and if you're in, it's because he wants you to be in. So it's a pretty amazing kind of skill that you know, I never knew there was that much to the game. Yeah, I've always watched war movies, and I always played war growing up with friends and stuff. I think most kids do. This was like the ultimate the ultimate exercise in playing war. It was like we're grown-ups now, and we have better toys, you know. Eddie Burns told me a story of this incredible shot that they'd done on the D-Day invasion that it went on for like a minute, and it ended with this where somebody tossed him a grenade and he caught it and threw it, and it was like this incredible, and the camera came over and exposed this whole thing. And so everything's going, I mean, everybody's clicking on, you know, every cylinder, and it gets to Eddie and the guy lobs him the grenade and he drops it, you know. So I mean, it's that constant fear that something like that's going to happen. Somebody came around and said, "Would you like some water?" And had like a tray with cups of water, and you know, I guess they were, you know, the water person was coming around, and I looked over, and Hanks was sitting there kind of looking at me, and he pulled out his canteen and he just started drinking out of his canteen. And I realized, like, no, I don't want your water. I'll go fill my canteen. I realized, like, these were the rules, you know, being set by kind of your A-list, kind of biggest movie star in the world, who's just like, you know, not going to have anybody getting him water or coffee. He's going to get it on his own.